Hello and welcome to a new video. In today's video I'm gonna do a book tag that I saw me, my dog and books do in one of her videos. So let's do this tag. And of course I will link her video that when she made this tag in my description, so go and check her video out. But now let's start with the questions, because we are gonna do cozy autumn book tag questions. And here's the first question: what book always reminds you of autumn? Here's the thing, when it comes to books and autumns, I don't necessarily have a book that reminds me of the autumn, but I do have a movie or a film, if you want to call it that way, that reminds me of autumn, and that is Halloween. You know, the movie with Michael Myers. That movie always reminds me of autumn, and when autumn comes around, I always tend to watch a Halloween movie with Michael Myers. The last movie I saw with where Michael Myers were in was, I think it was Halloween from 2018. That was the first, that was the Halloween movie I saw this year. But my favorite movie of Halloween franchise are Halloween from 1978. So yeah, that's my favorite one. So next question will be, what is your favorite autumnal book cover? So let's just say I couldn't really find anyone really, but I did find one book that actually reminds me of autumn. So, and that is this cover. I haven't read this one, but just look at it. When I saw it, I was like, well, this is totally autumn, and it's so stunning. So this is The Dark Between the Trees. I haven't read it, but you know, this cover is stunning, and yes, you know, this speaks autumn to me. So next question is, what is your favorite autumnal drink to read with? So when autumn comes, I usually drink coffee all year round. So coffee all year round, it doesn't matter if it's autumn, winter or summer, I drink coffee. But when autumn comes around, I tend to be drinking tea. I mean, I don't drink tea otherwise, like during the summer or winter or spring. But when autumn comes, I tend to drink a bit more tea. So I'm not a tea person, but when autumn comes, I'm a tea person. So, and it usually is Earl Grey, or right now it's usually herbs tea. And the next question is, do you prefer to read late at night or early in the morning? So I have probably always been a night owl. So when I go to sleep, or like when I'm going to lay down in my bed, the last thing I do before I sleep is read for like an hour. So I read before I sleep, and sometimes I can read in the morning, but I'm more like a late night reader. So for me, it's like, yeah, I want to read at night. That's me relaxing before sleeping. So, but sometimes I do read in the afternoon, or like early in the evenings, but yeah, I'm a late night owl, so yeah. The next question is, what is your favorite spooky read? And when it comes to spooky reads, I tend to read spooky books all year round, so it really doesn't matter if it's autumn, summer, or winter. So I'm not a seasonal reader, but if I am going to read something spooky during spooky time, spooky season is probably something with Stephen King. But then I also read a Stephen King book this summer. I read The Institute in the summer this year, so anything with Stephen King. What is your ultimate comfort read for you? So my comfort read, if I am going to pick a book or an author that I know is like a comfort read that I know I will like, it's going to be this author. So my comfort author that I'm just now that I will like, it doesn't matter what the person is writing, I want to read this author's books either way. It's of course Stephen King, and here's one of his books that I do like. It's Misery. So anything with Stephen King. I read this book both in Swedish and in its original. So yes. What is your favorite autumnal reading snack? So it doesn't really happen. A lot of times I do not eat when I read, so I don't tend to eat while I'm reading. I can do sometimes drink coffee when I read, so it's usually coffee or tea. What is your favorite autumnal candle? So it really doesn't really matter what kind of candle it is, but I tend to want to light a candle during autumn and winter, so it usually has some kind of smell. I do think I have one candle that I haven't light up yet. It's called Velvet. I don't know. And then I also like the smell of vanilla. So or cinnamon. Probably that I would choose. What is your favorite autumnal activity? So I tend to read a lot during the autumn, but I also like to watch movies, going for walks, and watch series. But I do prefer to read. So I'm not reading. I do not watch so many movies or series. I tend to want to read during the evenings. But sometimes I do bake, and I like to cook. So that's usually like what I do like to do. So what is your autumn spooky reading list? And let's just say that I know it's like we're going to winter now, but I don't really do a TBR. I am a mood reader, so if I pick up a book, I'm usually in the mood for the book. And like I said, I do read spooky books all year round, so I don't have any specific books I want to read. So I'm a mood reader. So that is all of this question in this book tag. I will link Me, My Dog, and Books. Her name is Johanna, or Johanna. I don't know how she wants me to pronounce it, but I will link her video in my description, and go and check her out, and I will also leave all the questions in the description, so if you want to do this tag yourself, even though it's going into Christmas now, you can do it. So don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and leave a comment. All those things really help my channel grow, and it also makes me very happy. Thank you for watching.